A little bit about your new music video for Take Me Anywhere. It's super adventurous, fun, pop. How did you come up with the concept for the music video? One minute you are at the beach, the next you're in an open field, the next you are on Hollywood Boulevard.
Right. Well, the song was inspired by my real relationship, and we have a tendency to just leave for the weekend and go basically anywhere, but we really like to road trip. And so I wanted to write a song that, kind of like honored that and like, kind of put into music form our relationship, kind of like a theme song for it, I guess. And then naturally when we were thinking about a music video treatment, my the guy filming or whatever, he also does film, and so it's just natural to bring a camera along on all of our road trips that we were doing anyways, and kind of make it feel like a home video feel. And so those were all like real trips that we took and just happened to take a camera with us.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's like literally Take Me Anywhere. And I think we went to like some cooler places for the sake of the video. Like I wouldn't normally probably drive out to Salvation Mountain, which is like that place where it looks like kind of Dr. Seuss. Like it's very
Was it the
colorful.
rocks?
Yeah, it's those rocks. Yeah, those colorful rocks. But those are like way out of town in the desert. The day that we happened to go there was the hottest day of the year. It was like 108 degrees at like 8 a.m. And we like shot from sunrise to around 8. And I was like, I need to get out of here because my brain's melting.
I'm sure. I've always wanted to go there.
Very cool, but I recommend not going in the middle of summer, which is what we did.
That's so funny. So you actually created your own genre of music called Cali Kana.
Right.
And that's the name of your EP as well.
That's the name of my last EP that I did 2 years ago. So that was more a collection of beach-themed songs. That term is a blend of California pop and Americana, and so I kind of wanted to write an EP that, kind of like an homage to the Beach Boys. It's like all very California and happy and all like harmonies and everything, and a little bit old school retro. And in the singles that I've released since then, I released one called It Still Hurts, Take Me Anywhere, and then one called Never Ever. And that has been me kind of moving away from singing about the beach, because you can only sing about the beach for so long. There's only so many things to sing about. And so I've been recording and writing, and I have a new album out that's definitely a huge departure from the Cali Kana project.
Okay, because I was going to say, Take Me Anywhere is definitely a different feel.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I think that, what I did with It Still Hurts, which was more of like a rock song, Never Ever was more of like a cinematic like ballad, and then Take Me Anywhere is something that I think would be like more like radio pop. I thought I wanted to kind of take my audience with me away from Cali Kana and kind of prepare them for what's going to come. So Take Me Anywhere is definitely more reflective of the album coming out.
Right. So I feel like a couple years ago, the California pop rock type music was so popular, and that was mainstream.
Right.
And now it's more dance and R&B.
Yeah.
So how do you plan on changing that in your own way?
Well, I don't know if I will single-handedly be able to change it. I just know that it doesn't work for me, so I obviously can't become a hip-hop artist. That's just not in the cards right now. As far as dancing, I like to dance on stage, and I think that the music I'm making is still something that you can move to, and if I see the audience, kind of like swaying or, moving their hips like this, then that's a good sign. So I think that, again, my goal is just to make a song that's going to sound good, that you'll want to listen to right now and 5 years from now and 10 years from now. And I think that there are elements that, in order to be on trend or, to kind of sound like the other pop music,
Of course.
you need to like combine those elements so that people will understand and, get on board with it. Because if you hear something that's familiar to you, then you're probably more likely to like it.
Right.
So I'm not going to do R&B or hip hop, but it's definitely still pop at its core, but like
Right.
with like singer-songwriter or folk or kind of like country tones to it.
I love that. I love something different than what we hear all the time.
I know. For me, the goal is if I can't play it live, then there's like why I don't need to be up there with a box. And,
That's so true.
So and I like playing with a band, and I personally like that guitar bass pop and where I can see the instruments being played on the stage.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to have like some kind of tracks in there because
For sure.
it's expensive to bring in that many people. But my goal is if you can play it live, then that's what I should be doing.
Yes, for sure. I love it. So, as a native Californian, I'm sure you know that there are a ton of shows here that have their storylines based in Southern California over the past couple years. So, if you had to pick one of these shows that I'm about to name, which one would you want Take Me Anywhere to debut on?
Okay.
The Hills, Laguna Beach, Entourage, The OC, or Beverly Hills 90210?
Well, I was obviously a really big fan of like Justin Bobby on The Hills.
Yes, me too.
Laguna Beach, but I would say only because I didn't watch a lot of the OC, but do you remember they like made all those soundtracks for each season? Like they came out the CD.
Of course.
And I still listen to the songs on there. So I always felt like if my song was on that, it'd be in good company of other songs and music and, stuff that's like-minded on there. So I'd probably, just because of the success of that show, put it on the OC, but like if it wants to be featured on The Hills sometime, that's cool too.
Yeah. I love all those shows.
Yeah,
so.
just like Justin Bobby and like, I think, was it like Audrina. Audrina. Just them like, peeling off into the sunset on his motorcycle. That would have been a great moment for Take Me Anywhere.
For sure. So, what do you say was the one pivotal moment in your life that you felt, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do music. This is my passion.
I don't know if I've had one pivotal moment. I would say that each time I do it, either when I walk off a stage or we finish recording a song or I come out of a writing session with a new song, like just that little like high that you feel is enough to like, it's addictive. You want to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's encouraging. And I think the encouragement that I've gotten from people, like no one has just come straight up to me and said like, you should find something else to do. Like this isn't for you. If someone was telling me that, then I'd be like, okay, like I don't want to suck. Like I'm gonna, find something else. But I've gotten a lot of good feedback and encouragement from friends and family, and even strangers that come up after a show. And I think that the moments when someone comes up after a show and they're like, that one song, can you send me the lyrics, or that one made me cry, or whatever. Like that is, I would call that like a little pivotal moment. It's another like pat on the back and push in the right direction.
For sure, and it must feel so nice that you are able to touch people's lives in your own way.
Right.
Yeah.